Who are you?
No one of consequence.
I must know.
Get used to disappointment.
So, welcome to this latest episode of the Mind Files. We've stopped using
Mind
numbers.
reels.
The Mind Reels. What do I call it? The
Mind Files.
The mind files. I
Mind
like
Files,
that.
but yeah, so do
I
I.
thought you
Wow.
said mind vowels. It's like, that's a weird one. That's weird.
That's not what I agreed
Are
to.
they different in the mind than they are out
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm in the wrong Starbucks.
You're only allowed to answer in vowels. This is the worst interview of my life.
So, I'm Tim Reiner. Next to me, on my left, where she obviously belongs, is the awesome, as always, Sue Maynard.
That's me. I have a new iPhone.
Yay! So we all have iPhones.
And sitting across from us this evening, we are sitting down with one of the interviews we wanted to do since we started this.
Yeah.
Which I told her to embarrass her earlier.
Yeah.
Amazingly awesome Kate Hewlett.
Yay.
Wow. Drinking a salted caramel hot chocolate.
Nice.
Yum.
Yeah.
And we want to know, what are your favorite movies?
My favorite movies of all time?
Of all time. This is like your top 5 desert island movies. Not movies that take place on a desert island, but
No,
movies, yes.
there aren't many of those that I
See?
like.
She gets that.
I would say probably still my favorite is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, that is a good flick.
Yes.
Yeah.
7.
Nice. Little Fincher.
Which we talked about recently as
I
well.
never want to see it again in my life.
Yeah.
I really thought that was a remarkable film.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, trying to be sort of original, I have to say Princess Bride, even though it's
Oh,
not,
yes, please.
but it's definitely in there.
Who doesn't love the princess?
What I also loved was Synecdoche, New York.
Okay,
Very
so that is out there.
disturbing. I have crazy dreams. I'm a crazy sleeper. I sleepwalk. I sleep talk. I
No.
kick. I grind my teeth. That movie somehow tapped into the dreams that I have. Like
Wow.
the end of world, neurotic.
Oh, God.
Watching that movie, I was bawling through the whole thing. It was just, I thought it was brilliant. Again, I wouldn't want to see it again, but I loved it. And then I would have to say anything I've ever seen on an airplane, because for some reason, like I saw Star Trek on the airplane and I was
Nice.
crying.
Like the new
See, I
one?
love
The
that
new
movie.
one. I cried. But it's the altitude, I think, too. Like, there's something about being up there that makes you
You
cry.
kind of dry out too, so it's good to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, your feet are swelling, your eyes are leaking.
Exactly.
I know.
Everything goes better.
I cried at No Strings Attached. I mean, really, I could have cried at every movie.
Wow.
I had to
That's
turn
awesome.
off Food Inc. because
Oh,
I was like a
yeah.
blubbering mess. I couldn't deal with that
Well,
one.
yeah,
I
because you're a
watched
vegetarian,
Jules
too.
and Julia on there, and
Oh, yeah, me
But
too.
I became that person that like laughs at the movie that they're
Oh,
the
yeah.
only ones watching.
Oh, yeah.
I did not care. I know I hate that person
I
too.
did that
but it was
with
a good
Bridesmaids,
movie. Ooh, no.
which I would say is in my top
See,
5
I
as well.
haven't seen it, but I adore Kristen Wiig.
She's my
I think
favorite.
she's
Yeah.
so funny.
And she's actually a really good actor.
Yeah.
Sometimes the SNL people can't carry a film.
Yeah.
She carries it 100%, and all the women are so good, so good. Melissa McCarthy is
Yeah.
to die for in
Yeah,
that show.
I
And
very much want to see that one.
yeah, it's really good. I've seen it twice. I would watch that over and over again.
That's all.
It made me want to write. It made me.
Oh.
Yeah, it
See,
inspired me.
that's what happened with Entitled Work to Falls Apart for Sue.
Oh,
Yes.
I auditioned for that.
We heard.
Oh, really?
Where did we hear that from?
From
I wanna say
Jeremy,
Jeremy,
maybe.
probably.
Yeah. There'd have to be.
Yeah,
That it was the part that Trisha Braun played, and she was fantastic.
she was.
She really was.
She was fantastic. I love her. She's going to be a big superstar, I think.
I think so. I think that whole cast was.
Yeah, it was
They're
just
amazing.
so good.
Everybody.
Oh,
nailed
Zoe was in that
everything.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we went, because she and Chris were
Yeah.
tweeting about it, and then
Right.
we wanted to go support them.
Yeah.
And then it turned into this like
Yeah, this
amazing,
big-
life-changing
It
experience
really
where I was
did.
sitting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a great film. My friend Carlos was in that too, and all the women were so
They
strong.
really were.
It was really
Yeah.
great.
I think Trisha and Zoe are the two really we have left to interview, except
Yeah.
for and Chris.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
totally fell in love with Mary.
Mary was
Oh.
wonderful. She is crazy talented.
She is.
I saw her play Helen Keller ages ago at Young People's Theater,
Good
Oh
lord.
wow.
and she was breathtaking. She's great on stage, and she's great on film. She's
That's
amazing.
yeah. I
Is
mean,
she married to Jeremy?
yeah, no, she's married to Anthony Granny, the producer.
Okay.
Yeah. Or one of the producers that Jeremy produced too. So, but yeah, just and that kind of almost started this whole taking off for us too.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, cool.
Jeremy was our first like interview of a person that wasn't
like us
friend, yeah.
hanging out at the zoo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But and then we were
Asking
like,
each other your favorite movies over and over.
exactly.
Remember that time?
What are you eating?
There was one other performance in that though, and I'm trying to think who had a total freak out in the movie. Like she goes off
Zoe.
the rails.
Zoe.
Oh, it was Zoe.
Yeah.
It was Zoe.
Yeah,
Zoe
fancy.
got scary for a little bit.
Yeah, she was incredible. So that is what I wasn't friends with her yet. Maybe that's why I'm thinking of it as a different person.
Oh, you made friends with her since?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were been friends for a while.
No, we
Oh.
met in an audition room and became
That happens
friends.
a lot in this town,
Isn't that
apparently.
crazy?
That's
And
awesome.
then we hung out, and it was like the greatest night. We get along
That's
really, really
brilliant.
well.
I can't imagine
So
two
funny.
people with a sense of humor like you two have.
Oh, she's
Oh,
to
yeah.
we do crack each other up.
Yeah.
Like, we were crying. We went for dinner. We were crying. We were laughing so hard.
I would be a fly on the wall
Yeah.
for that.
That would just be so hilarious. So
I'd be that annoying person at the next table just like laughing at everything and like, shut up. You are not in this.
This is not your conversation.
And then she drove off in a truck. Like, it was like, you are the coolest woman I've ever met. She's all elegant and stunning.
Yeah.
She like, drives up in this truck. It's so
Good for her.
cute. Yeah.
That's
Not
awesome.
a girl, Zoe.
Now, when did you know that you wanted to be an actor? I mean, was this one of those childhood things? Or did
It
you grow
was,
into it?
yeah. I think David, my brother, had a lot to do with that, I would say.
Okay.
Because he's 9 years older, and so I watched him do a lot of stuff first, and it was in our family. Like, my sister was an actor in high school. She was
Right.
incredible, but she was an actor in high school. My other sister did commercials and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it was in the family, even though my parents did not
No.
want us to. My mom did. My dad did not. He's
like,
he's
really,
very
you
supportive
too?
now. I know he's a doctor, and she was. Like, it's so funny how we all ended up doing that. But now it's just my brother and I still in that business.
That's wild.
That business. And I guess I'm sure I've told this story before, but when I was in grade 5, we did this little mini Sound of Music play. That was one of those moments for me. I was 9 or something. But it was one of those moments where I was like, this is awesome. I love being up here, and I love and singing and all that stuff. It was really, and then I guess I didn't really start doing it as a career until after theater school. So I started quite late. I was 26 when I really, really went for it.
That's how you know you mean it, though.
It's true.
It's not just so much a fly by the seat of your pants kind of
No,
whim.
I didn't think that I could make a living, and I didn't want that lifestyle. Turns out I quite like the lifestyle, I think, and I'm making an okay living. But I thought I wanted to be a teacher, and I went back and forth a lot, and I also didn't think I had the look for it, so I felt like I would never fit into that world and all that stuff. And as you get older, you realize that it's what makes you different, right? So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in an audition room, if they're all models, then I'm like, well, that's not me. You know? It gives me a little something.
Yeah.
Next side, ladies.
If they want that, I won't get it, and if they,
exactly.
Well, see, we've talked about that in other interviews. We just spoke about it with Casey.
Yeah.
How Kazana Silk is very much not your typical Hollywood looker. She's
Really?
she's not. She's not
She's
like
not
a
a waif like
she's not a waif
6
like
feet
yeah.
tall.
No.
Yeah,
Needs a
she's-
sandwich once in a while.
Yeah.
No.
She's got curves. She looks like a woman.
She does.
Wait,
look
wait.
like-
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think you talked about it
She's stunning.
with British television. That British television has never been afraid to
It's so
cast
much better there.
normal-looking people.
Yeah.
And Canada is a little more like that as well. You know, I'm watching Degrassi at home right now. I'm rewatching all of Degrassi, and they were
Yeah.
all regular-looking kids.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen a lot though.
No,
I
not
find Canada, honestly, from my experience, I find Canada just as bad as the States. Sometimes worse because
Really?
they're
We're
trying
like the
to
kid
do the
sibling
same
trying to
thing.
do.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think sometimes I wish we would follow the British model a little bit more.
I love British television.
Downton Abbey. Have you seen Downton Abbey?
No, it's on my Netflix, and I'm like, I really need to watch that. 'Cause
I
I've
was
heard nothing but good
useless
things.
over the
Yeah.
Christmas holidays. I went to my mom's in England. I was in the English countryside,
Nice.
and I watched the whole.
Good for you. It's on my short list of things to get to as soon as I get through Degrassi.
It's wonderful. Have you seen? Sorry.
No, go ahead, do it.
Have you seen the LA Complex?
No, but Jewel's in that.
Jewel
She
is.
sure is. Did you see it?
No.
Jewel.
I actually didn't even know about it
Rocks.
until after it was over.
Yeah, 'cause it's
or not
shot-
over,
some of
but
it's shot here.
yeah.
It's all shot here. They did a couple of days in LA to just do
Okay.
outdoor stuff, but it's all Canadian actors. Jewel steals the show.
Well, of course.
She steals the show, and she's nothing like her characters in Firefly or Stargate. She's awesome. She steals the show, and I adore the show. Like, everyone's good. Everyone's good, but Jewel is hysterically funny.
That's awesome.
That's excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's got dark
Jewel's
hair.
one
She
of those
looks
people you get the
different.
feeling that like she just hasn't hit her potential yet at all. Like they're not. Nobody's
gonna be a
used her for
superstar.
what she can be. Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna be a superstar. She's another one like Zoe that is. She's a friend of mine now. We've become friends over the last year or so, and she's one of the funniest people I know. Very quick.
So see, if Jewel gets picked up for another season, then we'll
We just got hit over the head. With
Sue's on the floor.
Call
Somebody does not
911.
agree.
But oh yeah, because if they come back in town, we'll have to see if we can't track down Jewel at some point.
Oh, they'll be back, I think.
See, I love this attitude over
Yeah.
here.
No, they got a lot of viewers and everyone. I said to Martin Garrow, they're getting all the. I mean, even actors like it. Actors are the harshest critics, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really good.
very good.
It's sexy too. Like it's fun.
All right. Now the theater school you were talking about is the one in Montreal. Yeah. Now,
Yes.
if memory serves, though, you also went to Queens.
I did go to Queens.
Yeah, I remember stuff. What did you take at Queens then?
Oh, you know, tequila.
Oh.
I was all over the place. I started in English.
Okay.
I was in languages in my second year, and then I did a production of Little Shop of Horrors,
Oh, I love that.
and then I was like, oh damn it, I want to be an actor, and so I did a 3-year degree, and I did a minor in drama. That was all you needed to get a 3-year degree. And then I didn't do my honors year because I was done.
Of course. The Little
was
Shop.
fun.
Or who did you play in Little Shop?
I was Audrey.
No.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It was fun. Yeah, someone took a chance on me. My friend Graham took a chance on me, and it was one of those experiences that definitely made me want to
I
go
love
for
that.
it.
Were we just talking about that? Yeah,
We
we
were.
were just talking about that, literally.
We were
yeah.
talking about. I think it was like the musicals conversation that we had with Christine about how she said that she didn't want it. Christine Horn, who was also in the Plush Park movie.
I love Christine. I'm sorry, it sounds like I love everyone, but I love Christine.
She's
Horn.
pretty fabulous.
That's who the other person was. Sorry,
Yes.
that's who the other person who blew me
I
away
was like, who's the fourth that we haven't talked about yet?
Yeah.
It was Christine.
Christine.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how
Also
she doesn't
gonna be
want
a
to see
superstar.
like Mary Poppins on stage because she liked the movie so much.
No, it's like you steal your childhood. It's like the C.S. Lewis movie. I walked out of the C.S. Lewis
Really?
movie
Did you?
because
I watched the first one and then actually I think I saw Prince Caspian, but I blocked it.
Yeah.
So
They were, yeah.
I left. I was like, I couldn't. I was like, you're stealing my childhood. No, it's not right. The children don't look like that, and the accents are bad.
Yeah.
And, no, I didn't like that one.
although Liam Neeson can be Aslan.
I don't think I got to
He
him.
could be the voice. Yeah,
I
you
left
probably didn't
fast. I left early.
Liam could do anything.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got
But
a great voice. Yeah.
Guys, you've done tons of stuff though. There's stuff on here that I don't even know what it is. Like 11 cameras. I couldn't tell you what that is.
Yeah, they buried that one. They buried that. It was a really good series. It was a CBC series, I guess. Looks like it was in 2006. I don't know. It was all done as it was ahead of its time, and it was all done as though it was shot on webcams. They were actual proper cameras, but they pretended they were webcams. And so we all had to talk directly into the camera, and they shot it in a really interesting way. We shot it really quickly, and great cast. Like a lot of people who were in it have gone on to do much bigger things. It was kind of like a soap opera with webcams. It was really fun.
Yeah, whereas now you'd think that would take off now.
Yeah.
They buried it. They didn't advertise it, and it was shown in the summer. And I think it was before a big changeover there, so
too
it
bad,
unfortunately
'cause,
didn't get seen.
No,
No, I want to see it. Yeah.
I don't even know how to find it. I don't have a copy of it either, but it was good.
I believe
It's
that.
kind of like the Guild, except that, like without the gamers
Yeah.
thing, but
Yeah.
just that whole idea of communicating that way.
Yeah.
It had all different kinds, like it had long distance relationships and
Yeah.
sex trade, and mine was just I was in love with my boss, and he had a Russian bride, and was a triangle there. And it was really, really, really fun.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, and it was a good exercise in acting because it was a lot like theater. You had to do everything. There was not a lot of cutting, and so you had to get it in one take. And
Yeah.
I would occasionally have my lines taped to the side of the computer. But it was really, good people working on it too, good directors and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to see if we can have that down somewhere.
Let
There's
me
gotta
know
be
if you find
something
it.
somewhere, even like
Yeah,
clips on
we'll be like
YouTube.
tweeting you a link or
Yeah.
something.
That's awesome. And then of course, I didn't see that. You did Psych.
I did, yeah. It was during my
Psych's
Vancouver
a fun little
days.
show. It is. My friend, you've met Dennis. Dennis loves Psych. He swears by Psych. It's like
Really? Yeah.
Like that one and Monk, I think, were his two favorite detective shows after Magnum PI.
Yeah, it's like a light. It's a fun light 1 hour. Of course. It's about a guy who pretends to be psychic,
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
but he's actually just got great
Very
skills of
observant.
observation.
Yeah. Like Sherlock
Very
Holmes.
Sherlock
Yeah.
mixed with the book you're reading.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And Corbin Bernsen, I don't know if he's still in it, but he was in it. And,
How did you
what's his
cast?
name? Dule Hill?
I can't remember now, but yeah, you might
The
be.
cool thing, though, the thing that I enjoyed about it was that the director was Joanna Kearns.
Oh, no way,
yeah.
good thing.
So I was
That's awesome.
totally starstruck the whole time. I actually forgot all my... It was a very small part. I had 2 little scenes, but I forgot all my lines in the audition, and I think she took pity on me, and she was like, just give the poor thing the part. But I was so starstruck. And then also, Kerry Washington was in it.
No way.
So I played Kerry Washington's bridesmaid.
Very cool.
And so we got to hang out that day. She wouldn't remember me, I'm sure, but she was awesome.
That is
Funny,
very cool.
like energetic, positive. Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, you and everybody else in town has done a Flashpoint.
Yes, I got shot in the head.
No.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Okay,
Yeah,
I need to
I
check
lived
that
through
out
it.
episode.
And I did an interview, like I did I had a scene after being shot in the head in the ambulance. Yeah, that was a good one.
Lived through it, I'm happy to
Hard,
say.
that's hard acting, I tell you.
Come back for another,
Post head wound.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. Now, I
Yeah.
saw that you did an Insecurity, but you also wrote an episode of Insecurity. Now, which happened
Yes.
first?
I acted in it first.
Okay.
In the first season, I played a role, and then I stopped acting for a year. I went to the Canadian Film Centre, and I did their television writing program, which was amazing. I've used that word probably 20 times already in this interview, but you can add better adjectives.
Those are all staying.
And I heard that they were hiring, and I contacted the showrunner, who I didn't know, but I was able to say, I'm not that creepy, because I was on the show.
That's what we do.
Yeah, and you're like, we know each other's sort of.
Talk to someone else that you know.
Yeah, once about you. And I just asked him if he wanted to read my samples, and then I got hired, and I actually worked on that show for 3 months. I was in the story room, so we all put it together. And then I wasn't able to go to Saskatchewan for the whole shoot, but I went for 2 weeks, and
Nice.
it was really, really,
That's
a big learning experience for me.
Are you going to write more? Like, not necessarily for that show, but for other
I don't know
shows?
if that show's coming back. We haven't found out yet, but I'm focused on writing right now. That's kind of when people ask me what I do, I say television writer.
Because I went looking just to see if you were on stage anywhere right now. I'm like, I can't find anything for her. I know she's out there. But,
Yeah. Well, actually, at the moment,
Writing with the cats.
that's mostly what I do. All cat related. No, my brother is coming into town next week,
I saw that.
and
on his
we're
tweet.
pitching.
Yeah.
We've come up with 6 different TV series concepts,
Oh, wow.
and we are doing a big push. So,
Good for
Nice.
you guys.
so that's been the focus for the last few
Now,
weeks.
if any of them get picked up, will we see you guys working together again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because
Definitely.
we're gonna bring it up now. We might as well because Stargate.
Yeah.
Watching the two of you.
Never heard of it.
I don't remember.
Did I do an episode of that?
But watching the two of you play off of each other in Atlantis, how close to the actual relationship is that? Because it looks like, and we saw you at
Polaris.
Polaris, where you
Oh.
were up there with David and
The Davids.
yeah, with the two Davids.
Very
Yeah.
full of
Yes.
And-
That's when I crashed their party.
Yeah. And the relationship you two have just seems so fun.
Sibling.
Yeah.
We could use a TV series in there. We sure
totally
do.
do. Yeah. And I think the two of you working together would be so fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to take our dynamic and put it into every different kind of show and see which one goes.
Hell yes. And shoot it in Toronto.
Yeah, that would be the hope. Yeah.
And then we can say
Toronto or Vancouver. Yeah, it's exciting. It's been good working with him as a writer. I went there a couple of months ago and we shot a little webisode for one of our ideas.
Okay.
One of them has I won't go into it too much, but has a little bit to do with gaming, and so we wanted to actually just do it on our own and put it online and see if we can get followers, and then go into the networks afterwards possibly. But these meetings have come up, so we're going to do that together.
Let us know if you need help promoting it.
I will.
Yeah, because
If you need followers, we'll be in there.
Well, I was hoping to go to there's a Stargate convention, the last Stargate convention in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And I was just been talking to someone today about going, but I'm not sure if it's gonna happen.
as soon as you came on, I was just like, look, it's Kate. She's she's picking on her brother. That's awesome. So yeah.
That's why everyone liked it so much.
Well, I said it before we started recording, so there's no embarrassment. But yeah, you're just so adorable and amazing.
True.
And just,
I was told by one of my friends in Colorado to tell you that you're adorable as well.
people love Kate.
It's true.
That's good.
Tell the Canadian networks.
Yes, there we go. We'll start a letter writing campaign.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you obviously flew out east to do Republic of Doyle.
Oh my gosh, I wanted to stay there forever.
Everybody has said that so far.
Yeah.
They all had a great time.
Yeah, I got to work with Sean Doyle. Do you know Endgame? Did you see Endgame? Yeah, we hit it off. He's a good friend of mine now, and the whole experience was amazing. Alan Hopper went to the same theater school that I went to.
Oh, no way.
And I wasn't there at the same time as him, but what a go-getter.
Nice.
You know? Amazing guy.
Oh, that's so awesome. Man, I want to do all this stuff.
That episode should be out soon. I'm not sure exactly which one it is. I'm not very good at promoting my own work.
I did it, and yeah.
It'll be on.
Yeah,
I can't remember which episode it is.
So it's got to be coming up because they just had the first episode of the season last week, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, with
just
Russell
started.
Crowe and Alan Doyle from Great Big Sea.
I'm having trouble remembering the fact that it's January all of a sudden.
I know.
I was thinking of something else today that happened in December, and I was like,
Yeah.
it seems longer ago somehow, but already now it's 2012.
I'm still in August. I don't know, and it's like, why is it snowing?
Yeah.
I don't know what is going on. It feels like time is going too
Mess.
quickly. Yeah.
So writing, acting, you've done a lot of stage though as well.
That's where I started. Yeah. The last play I did was either my own in New York or Assassin, which I did, and a musical, which I did here.
Yeah, I saw that on your blog too.
That was
there.
fun.
So,
Yeah,
sorry, don't go
No,
ahead.
it's fine. I just don't do much. I don't do much theater anymore.
But you're a very big supporter of said arts.
Oh yes, and all my friends do it as well. And I just I had to kind of narrow it down, and especially with the writing, it's like it just I won't do anything unless I decide what to do. So.
Well, now, in terms of your writing process, because I know I've got mine, where when I wrote, because I've written a number of books, Stu's written a number of books, and my writing process is, no matter what, you have to sit down, and I had to write 2 full pages a day, no matter what.
Good for you.
And if they're crap, but you're moving the story forward.
Yeah.
Now, do you have what's your writing process like?
My writing process is to put things off for 5 or 6 months, and then panic and do everything in 72 hours.
Yeah, but there's
That's
a lot.
my process.
Yeah, but that can be very creative if it has to be.
It would be nice to. I'm actually reading a book right now called The War of Art. And it's all about resistance and procrastination. And it's funny that I'm reading a book on procrastination while I'm
Instead
still
of
reading my
writing.
work.
And now that you've learned that you can get your groceries delivered to your door,
Delightful.
She's not going out again.
Delightful. I discovered that over the holidays because that's what my mom and sister do. Of course, they live in my mom lives in the middle of the English countryside, so she has an excuse. I live above a grocery store. But I never go. Yeah, I ordered them. They're coming tomorrow morning. I'm very excited.
So awesome.
I got chocolate. I can't even blame impulse buying. I got chocolate.
Man. 2 pages, though, that can take you 5 hours. Because I will sit there and be like, let's just see what's on the television. Or, oh, look, there goes Fred with,
It's the before part for me, though. It's not, as soon as I start to do it, I'm fine. It's the waiting is the worst part, and the putting it off is the worst part, and I don't know why I do that.
Yeah.
So I've been writing every day for the last few weeks. So
now, is it like does it have to be like a completely blocked off environment, like, or do you use music? Because I find when I write, I have a selection of music that I'm like, okay, I know this is what the book is about, I can use this music to help me write it.
Yeah. You know what, I like that idea, but I can't, for some reason, I cannot listen to my own selection of music when I'm working. I can work at coffee shops if they're very loud,
Right.
because then it's just this sort of din, but I can't work if I can hear the conversations clearly around me. I can't work at home with music. I'm starting to try and work at home more now because I spend so much money on coffee. And I bought a very expensive coffee maker so that I'll stay home. Yeah. Usually I go to a cafe.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I know. I brought music up, but we've spoken about music. You've recorded 2 CDs.
Yes.
Yeah, available online. They are, and then you go and the Swearing Jar.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I haven't had a chance to listen to said CDs yet.
The Swearing Jar is a play that I wrote.
Okay.
And that's all music from the play, because one of the storylines in the sort of framework of the show is a birthday concert.
Okay.
So those songs are from the show that I did in New York.
Nice.
And the other one, is just a selection of songs that I recorded with a friend.
And now, you wrote them yourself?
Yes, I wrote them. I can't play at all. I play G, D, and
that's more than I
kind of
remember
F,
right there.
sort of.
A near F.
Yeah. And my fingers get sore in 7 seconds. So I have to record with musicians who play better than I do, but I wrote the music and the lyrics, yeah.
Triple threat. No, if you dance, you're triple
I
threat.
sure don't.
Okay. No.
I do not dance. Even at weddings.
Really? You just kind of sit there?
Even if someone's like, come on. No.
Everybody
Don't
else
do
is
it.
drunk.
Yep.
I am here to be the entertainment.
There's
the
no
morale.
drunk enough to make me do that anymore.
Wow.
No.
That's hilarious.
Learned that in the tequila days.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Not to do that.
It's true.
That's fun. Oh, and of course, we've got to talk about your blog, which you've kind of been going off and on.
I thought about it today. I was like, oh yeah, I have a blog.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I guess the funny
I do
thing
that
is
with my author blog. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have not written that in a long time.
yeah, and even
supposed to be writing
Twitter now,
stuff.
like Twitter sort of replaced the blog, and then even Twitter, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna write. It's like, that's 6 words, it's so funny.
140 characters. I
know.
can't do it.
I know, it's amazing.
But it's called Loft in Translation.
Loft in Translation, yeah. When I started it, I was living in this crazy loft in Cabbagetown with a bunch of guys. And
There are movies that start that way. I'm just saying.
I know. It was
Some of them are horrors.
Really, some of them are. Some of them are not horror. No, it was really fun, and I just thought it was such an interesting situation. So that's why I started writing then. And it was before Stargate, and it was so funny because the first couple of times I wrote, and I was like, my mom was like, "Good on ya," and then all of a sudden after Stargate, it was like hundreds of comments and your brother is awesome. I love cats. So, but I know I've sort of abandoned it. I need to. That might be a good way to write every day. I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like we were talking about that my goal is to do a post a day, and I'm the first one to admit that some of my posts are not the best, but I'm doing it every day, and if each one makes me that much of a better writer, then it's good. I mean, I got this little book for Christmas called 101 Horror Movies to See Before You Die.
Oh.
So I've been working my way through it chronologically, and watching the movie, writing the review, watching it, and
So you're reviewing older stuff as
well. Oh yeah, I'm so back in the 30s.
Which horror movies?
I watched one last week called Vampire, which is a German film.
Okay.
And it's a German-French production, and it's really David Lynch.
Oh, neat.
I mean, there's this sequence that kind of threw me when I first started watching it. It's about this guy who lives in this kind of dream world. He loves the supernatural and vampires and stuff, and he kind of ends up in this little town fog everywhere, and like he's walking up to this little hotel to get a room for the night, and the camera pans down, and there's this man standing by the river waiting for a boat, and it's from, it's a straight on shot, but it's just his back, and he's holding a big scythe, and it's kind of over his head, and you're like, that's symbolism for you.
Yeah.
And
Do not be friends with that guy.
and there's this sequence where he goes through this tumbled down building, and there's no other live characters in the building, but all these shadows are walking around, and I'm like, that is just awesome. And there's this sequence where he's dead, and he sees his entire funeral, the procession and everything, and the camera's subjective, so you see everything from his viewpoint through this little hole in the coffin lid, and you're just like, that's just duh. But yeah, there's some good stuff. Yeah. I just finished rewatching King Kong last night, classic, 1933. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm slowly working my way up, and there is some good stuff that I never would have seen if I hadn't been for this little book. Yeah.
I used to be able to watch horror movies, and then something changed.
Really?
Yeah, maybe because of the nightmares.
I found that too as I got older.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my own imagination is already just so horrifying.
See,
And I live alone, too. I should just tell everyone
cats,
that.
yeah.
Here's my address.
No, you have cats. There's Linus.
Yeah, there's Linus. Yeah, he
Cats.
helps. He sleeps here. Yeah.
I hope mine get to that point.
Yeah, see, that's when I was a kid, I couldn't watch horror movies at all, but I never had a nightmare. And we've talked about this a couple times now, is that I've yet to have that nightmare. So when I have a nightmare ever, we're going to hear about it on this blog.
never had a nightmare?
I've never had a nightmare in my entire life.
I know.
I've never had a good dream. I'm not kidding.
That's
My good dreams are neutral. My good dreams are like, hey.
Actually, yeah.
That's it.
My good dreams are pretty
insane.
neutral
I've
too.
never had I've never woken up and been like, oh, that was a fantastic dream.
oh wow. I mean,
no, I haven't had
I
that.
get ones where I've actually mastered it. I used to have all these flying dreams. And it would be, you started swimming, flying. But I'm at that point now where I can just do the Superman push-off, and I'm good.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
See, even I've had flying dreams, and they're like kind of like falling down the stairs. And I'm like, I'm flying. Ow.
Oh wait.
It's not that good. It's not that good.
Oh, so I just, yeah. And we've spoken about that. I even hit websites to make sure that I'm not the only person on the planet who's not had a nightmare. No, there's definitely a few of us who've never had.
It says good things about your psyche.
I hope so. Because although I can freak myself out.
Apparently,
really
I can
good,
see nothing
so.
good in the world.
I know, me neither. Me neither.
That's a lie. It's a filthy, filthy lie.
I see, because I have like apocalyptic dreams all the time, where maybe even like the world's not coming to an end, but like my part of it is. So
Oh yeah, me too.
Wow.
there's always, it's like stressful, and even if it turns out okay, like it's not easy getting there, and I don't feel great after. I don't wake up going like, I'm more like I have to go to work now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have a lot of dreams that I'm dead, which apparently
I've
is
died
not
a
a good
lot of times.
sign.
No.
Yeah. I had
Although I had a teacher in school who said that anytime you die in a dream, it's a sign of change, like that something's changing inside
that makes
you,
sense.
or that like something had to die
Changing
inside you to become for
Right.
something else to grow, basically.
That's
Wow.
a nice way of looking at it.
Yeah, he was very old. He he has some things to say about
Yeah.
dreams, but
Really?
The sleepwalking thing is pretty funny. I dreamt that well, I don't know what I dreamt, but I woke up and I had a shopping bag and lip gloss and some change.
oh wow!
I mean, I'm sure I just found it around the apartment. I'm sure I didn't actually go to Kmart or whatever, but we don't even have Kmart here. But yeah, that was interesting. I woke up one time and all the books that I have about diet and exercise were all spread out around me on the bed. Like, and they were in different spots in the book. I had gone through, woke up with this like exercise lazy bones. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm terrified that I'll sleepwalk because I really won't be aware at all. But I know
weird.
I don't, but I'm terrified that I'll just get into that place in my head where I'll just get up and wander around or something bad will happen to me.
It does freak me out a little bit. Though there was one time where I dreamt that I jumped off a balcony.
See?
And I woke up at the balcony.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that. I don't want
I was inside. I wasn't outside,
Okay.
but still.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
close. Too
Yeah,
close
I didn't like that at all. I was in a hotel.
I mean, I don't even like having to pee in my dreams and then thinking that, like, what if I don't wake up? Like, what if I
Yes.
think I'm in a bathroom and I'm not?
Yes.
These are the things I worry about when I'm awake. You have no idea what goes on when I sleep.
Wow. I see. I just.
Do you have the peeing in public dream?
All the time.
Yes.
Me too.
Just like not last night, but the night
I've
before.
never
Please don't
heard
put
this.
that on live.
I'm leaving that.
Saturday
Stage.
All the time. That it's a stall
Really?
with no door.
Yeah.
What?
In the middle of the mall.
And usually it's a public washroom, and all of them are disgusting,
Yes,
except for the one with no door.
like train spotting.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And then you can't find. Yeah, just the one with no door. And that's the best you can do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what if one time I'm so happy to be in that one with no door that I actually do just pee?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Apparently,
We bonded over our terrible
I
dreams.
just. Now I'm convinced there's something wrong with me that I've never had any of these
Oh, you don't
dreams.
want these ones. They're
No.
very stressful.
I-
I also had one. I had one that I ran a marathon, and it was like super boring. It was like 4 hours of just running around Yonge Street and stuff. And then I woke up exhausted.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I didn't even get exercise. That's the worst. So long, you know.
I had a dream last night that I had 5 dogs. That they were either strays or I'd picked them up at a shelter or something, but I had like a bunch of them.
like bridesmaids.
Like, I think I was just like, yeah, like I need to have them all safe. And none of them had been trained or anything, so 2 of the people that we work with had come over to help me walk them. And I was like trying to find leashes for all of them.
That's a control thing too. probably,
Yeah, it
right?
was
Being out
like
of
it was so
control.
stressful because I didn't want any of them to run off. And one of them like
Yeah.
got out and started running, and I'm like, I can't get him back. He doesn't even have a name yet. you know?
I have those with cats though, where the
Yeah.
cats have run off. And
I usually
don't
have
know
it
where
with
they
cats.
are.
Last night was dogs for some reason.
Weird.
Although I was looking at Flynn today, and I'm like, maybe you were one of the dogs in my dream. It just morphed a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
It happens.
No.
I like the
None of
rap stance that you went to.
I don't know what that was about.
Bam.
I got cold.
Done talking about.
And that's all I have
It
to
happens.
say about that.
That's the way Sue sees it.
Wow. I'm so glad I don't have any of that.
Did you read The Hunger Games?
I'm reading it right now.
Oh,
Excellent.
really? Where are you?
I just started.
Okay.
And then I
Like-
started reading the procrastination book.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's great so far.
Yeah. Sue, I
It
got
really
them off
is,
of Sue,
yeah.
and by the 3rd chapter, I'd already teared up like twice.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
just
My
so
my
good.
friends, 2 of my close friends are just in love with the books.
Yeah.
So
Just-
Yeah, I made my friends in Colorado start reading. Marcy just finished it today,
Nice.
the whole trilogy. So
there are a couple of other series that someone in Indigo told me to read too. After I'm done with, she's like, "You're gonna burn through these." So
Oh
then I
yeah,
started.
it's
yeah.
true.
They went so
You will.
quick.
What's it called? Oh, I can't remember. I thought she said Virgin something, but that wasn't what it was called. I thought she said Virgin Bride, but it was Virtual Bride or something.
oh,
Oh.
check that out now.
It wasn't Virgin Bride because I thought she was crazy. It was something else. I was like, that's a teen book? That's awful. Virgin Bride.
What kind of message are you sending?
That's depressing.
Yeah.
That's probably a good place to wrap it up, I think.
say so.
Yeah. What do we do? We did. Yeah, about 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Very nice. Excellent. But yeah, all right. Well, that's a great place to sign off. Kate, thank you for coming out.
You're welcome.
Like we said, like I told you beforehand, you were in our top 5 people that we wanted
Who
to
else
talk
was in your
to.
top 5?
We got Anna. I won't lie, David Hewlett was on my list.
That's an idiot.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying he's on my list.
Total idiot.
But
That
I
should
will.
be the soundbite we end with.
That's what I do. And then it's just people that we'd never get just because they work in the States. Like I'd love to sit down and chat with literally the entire cast of Castle. I would love
yeah.
to chat with them. I mean, especially like Seamus and John. I'd love to sit down with the 2 of them. Stan and I would just lose my mind over. I'd be like,
I hope she does most of the talking.
Nathan,
yeah,
let's see.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
So if you get Jewel, you can get Nathan Fillion.
See?
I would
They're
love to
very, very
interview
good
Jewel.
friends.
I would. Yeah, Jewel would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, so if we can convince Kate she had a good time. You had a good
I
time.
did have a good
There you
time.
go.
I never get out.
What?
It was so great to get out.
Yeah, exactly.
Get
You're
out of
like,
the house.
wait,
Past the grocery
you guys
store.
can't come to the apartment and pick up my groceries on the way?
definitely doing the like nesting winter. Yeah.
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 And I just got a new condo, so it's my first ever property that I've owned.
Nice. Good for
Wow.
you.
So like buying furniture for the first time in my life and doing all those adult things.
I need to do that yet. So tomorrow when we do our other interview, I'll let you have the comfy chair and I'll stand because I have one chair.
Oh, yeah. I was living on bar stools for
Yeah. Oh, I've got two of those. Yeah.
I've got camp chairs.
I
One camp chair.
I have a comfy chair, a beanbag chair, and 2 bar stools. So. And
Beanbag chair would be a weird interview, though.
Yeah, and
little
Fred
too
seems to think they're all his. So.
Well, they are.
It's true.
But yeah, it's Kate, we loved having you. Like I
Good,
said,
thank you
were
for having me. Exciting.
it was Kate Hewlett.
I didn't know if
That was like one of the New Year's resolutions is we have to court Kate.
Yeah,
Try
and
to
that's how we phrased it.
Christine contacted me, I think, about it. Christine
Yeah,
Horn.
yeah.
Yeah.
And told me about you guys.
Yeah,
so.
because we saw that she was friends. Like, how should we approach Kate? And she's like, oh, please,
Just ask her.
ask her. Yeah, that's
And
true.
also, interview requests aren't ever creepy. I mean,
No, I
unless
imagine.
it's like, come meet me in my basement. Don't
Yeah.
wear pants.
Here's another idea, Kate.
It only happened once. Learn my lesson. Probably said too many things. Just gabbing.
No, that's what we like though. Is because we always have that line though as well. There's stuff we're never gonna ask because your personal life is exactly that.
I
It's
got
your personal
nothing.
life.
I got nothing going on.
Well, don't say
Ask me
that.
anything.
But yeah, we'll ask the professional questions. We'll ask some of the superficial ones.
I can't believe I talked about that. And I started it.
I was right on the same page, though. You know,
What's
all
the
the others are
headline?
gross. Yeah.
Hewlett, Pervo washroom break.
Hilarious.
Make
What
it
will
about
David
David.
say? Yeah.
Oh,
Haunted my childhood. Yeah.
definitely let us know how it goes with the pitches.
I will.
'cause,
I
oh,
hope we
man.
get into development. That would be
I
so
hope
lovely.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Because
They're
and then,
good.
Then we'll
They're
just have
good
you back.
series ideas. David's so smart. You know, he's got a lot of ideas. He's such an ideas guy. I like the writing. Like I like the actual writing.
yeah,
And, and so I think we'll be a good team.
I think so.
Yeah,
I mean, just,
it's going well so far.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a shorthand, and you can say this character's like dad.
Yeah,
like,
you know exactly what it is.
You know
Yeah.
what it means.
Yeah.
You know.
Which is awesome.
So it's been really fun, and I think our sense of humor go well together.
Yeah, well, no, yeah. I can't. We were in tears for that Q&A.
Yeah.
Just in tears.
Well, that's why it would be fun to go to this creation thing, right? Because
Yeah.
it's the dynamic is fun, and it would be the last
It's
one.
really
But
good.
unfortunately, I'm in Toronto, so
Yeah, but then if any of the shows get picked up, you just start bringing in those cast members as guest stars.
well, that's David always has that at the back of his mind. He's good about that too, about knowing what fans want, and they're not all sci-fi shows, but
No.
I think most of them have a sci-fi element to them, even if it's just like Dog's Breakfast. Did you see Dog's Breakfast?
I own Dog's Breakfast.
Okay. It's possible that one of our ideas may have something to do with Dog's
Really?
Breakfast. And there's like the sci-fi connection just through the husband and boyfriend and that kind of thing.
Sue hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't too spoiler. That was a pretty vague spoiler.
Yeah.
that'd
Paul's
be awesome.
in it.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I ruined the whole thing.
Yeah, that would be so awesome.
Yeah, It made a lot of money, and the characters are great,
yeah,
and I think so. That's something we thought would be smart to pitch as well. As a series,
Nice.
so.
Do it.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
So great to meet you.
But yeah, Kate, thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Yes.
This is Tim and Sue to my left, as
My new
always.
iPhone.
With your new
Your
iPhone.
new iPhone.
And we're going to say goodnight. Thank you for listening to the Mind Reels, and we will see you on our next chat.
Thank you.
Have fun storming the castle.